Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Magnifique with me, your host, Gabrielle Forshee. Hi. Today, we talk about the Kardashian-Jenner clan and what they've done with the beauty standard, how they influence society from the Kylie Jenner lip craze, popularizing lip injections, to Kim Kardashian both reviving and killing BBLs. But first, if you don't mind, I would like to talk about myself for a couple minutes. It has been another week of wondering who I am, what I'm here for. But that's neither here nor there. It's finally April, which is arguably my most favorite month, next to May. Okay, so I love spring. Spring is my favorite month. I like to see everything come back to life. It's kind of just new beginnings, which I really love. In kind of the same breath, the eclipse is on Monday, the day that this episode airs, so enjoy the eclipse. I heard that it's supposed to be cloudy, though, so hopefully the meteorologists are lying and you get to see it. I did forget that I was responsible for obtaining my own eclipse glasses, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about that. Apparently it's a huge deal, though, so I'm gonna have to order them, and I'm gonna have to see it so that one day my kids can be so jealous that I've seen 2 eclipses in my lifetime and they've only got to see the world burn down in their lifetime. So I kind of just need to be the cool parent and I need to find eclipse glasses, but it's Monday when you're hearing this and I probably still don't have glasses. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. I did have a revelation this weekend while sipping cola at a football game. And all I could think about was that SpongeBob is so ingrained in my head and the way that I live. I think that SpongeBob ingrained a pinkies up mentality when taking a sip of something because I was doing it all night and then I was reflecting and I do it all the time. If SpongeBob is the root of that habit, how embarrassing. Truly. Speaking of football games, there was so much yelling and testosterone there. Be honest. Or I'm going to be honest. You don't have to be honest. I'll be honest. I don't think men should be allowed to enjoy things without running it by me first, seeing how I feel about it. And I do speak for all men, not just my husband, all of them. That'd be so considerate for me. Thank you so much. Before doing this research, I must have forgotten how truly intertwined the Kardashian-Jenner clan is in everything, in every aspect of life, really. So while typing this, I barely needed to pull from sources, which felt so baller, but also kind of embarrassing for me, because why do I know all this stuff? But I've learned so much about them, both unwillingly and willingly, from their show, from the headlines, from TikTok, from breathing in air. I've stored so much knowledge about them, just unintentionally. So here we are. Let's talk about the Kar-Jenner effect and how the Kardashian-Jenner clan has shaped this generation of young women. I would say everyone, but unfortunately, I don't think men are as intertwined in this subject, which, shame on you. This is a cultural phenomenon. Please get educated. But alas, let's discuss the Kar-Jenner effect. The Kar-Jenner effect, Kardashian-Jenner, refers to the sudden spike of popularity in any given area: cosmetics, health and wellness, fashion, any of those after the Kardashian-Jenners are seen in close quarters with that or endorse the item. But let's get one thing clear. They did not invent any of these procedures, products, what have you. They simply made it their own and sold that image to the masses. Say what you want about the Kardashians. They really know how to market to us. They keep their finger on the pulses. They know what we want to see and they give it to us. So good on them for that, perhaps. The Kardashians are so iconic. I've been watching them and following them in some way, shape, or form since I was a preteen, probably. There was a point in time where I was susceptible to the Kar-Jenner effect during the King Kylie era. The King Kylie era, I'll discuss maybe a little bit later, but I actually could probably do a full episode, so I won't go too into detail about what the King Kylie era was, but I wanted to be her so bad, and I would have done anything to have her lips or lips that resembled Kylie Jenner lips. And even my current lip combo in 2024 heavily relies on the lip liner knowledge that I learned during this era. I am who I am because of King Kylie. How does that make you feel? It feels weird for me. But GoToBeauty.com says the Kardashian-Jenner Effect is more than just a social media phenomenon. It's a reflection of a broader societal attitude toward aesthetics and beauty, signaling a growing acceptance and normalization of cosmetic procedures. So since about 2000, the year 2000, there has been a 300% increase in lip filler. And since 2015, a 78% spike in BBL popularity. So if you don't think those two are intertwined and related to the Kardashian-Jenners, you got another thing coming. I feel like everybody has cosmetic surgery. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. It feels like everybody knows somebody who knows somebody, yada yada. But one of the pros of the Kardashian-Jenner effect is the normalization of cosmetic procedures, i.e. Botox or fillers. Like I just said, it feels like everybody has or knows somebody who has had Botox or fillers. I know 5 people off the top of my head who have at least lip filler. So saying that it's normalized is an understatement at this point. I have a genuine question. I don't know where I stand on this. It's genuinely a question. Please sound off for me anywhere. I don't know where you can sound off. Do you think having filler has or will become so accessible that no one will want it anymore? Or do you think that plastic surgery faces are just going to become more normalized and it's going to get to a point where you're weird if you're not falling into plastic surgery or cosmetic procedures? Sound off. Inquiring minds would like to know. Okay, I just explained what the Kardashian-Jenner effect is, but let me give you some examples. Let's start with Miss Kylie. We briefly talked about Miss Kylie in our cosmetic procedure episode. Go listen to that if you haven't already. But King Kylie owes her billions to lip filler and lying. Kylie Cosmetics launched in 2015 in the midst of the conversation about her alleged cosmetic work done. She sold the Kylie lip kits, which included one lip liner and a matching liquid lipstick, claiming that this combo was to thank for her larger than normal lips. It wasn't until recently, a few years ago actually, that she opened up about getting lip filler due to having insecurities surrounding her smaller lips. During this time, her main marketing strategy and a large contributor to her success was to her social media use and how she branded herself on Instagram, on Tumblr, on Twitter. She earned the trust of a cult-like following, and as she should have, she was a huge success. Oh my God, I'm tripping and stumbling over my words right now. So that is kind of Miss Kylie and how she branded like the bigger lips and lip filler. Because of this, more conversation was being had about her alleged lip filler at the time, more speculation, more interest, more Google searches, more people got lip filler. So then we move on to BBLs. BBLs used to be a very niche procedure popularized by a very niche community. Kim K took that and ran with it. She ran to the media outlets and was the focus of everything during that time. Everybody was entranced on her newfound booty. Do you guys remember the champagne photo shoot? She popped a bottle of champagne with a glass on her butt, and the champagne went from the bottle on her front side to the glass on her butt. It broke the internet. It was a recreation of Jean-Paul Goude's Carolina Beaumont photo shoot in 1976. But this recreation photo shoot with Kim K was for Paper Magazine in 2014, and the goal was to break the internet. They went in with that intention, and they did it. They really did it. But since breaking the internet with her butt, the other Kardashian sisters have also, allegedly, had the procedure done as well. But not only have the sisters, but now the surgery is so widespread that it's almost assumed that if you were an LA influencer in like the 2019 era, girl, you have a BBL. You have a BBL, and I think that everyone should do what they want, but I also think that I'm allowed to say this. BBLs look so atrocious. I've never seen a good BBL, and it's not like I have the business to be saying this. I don't. But it is just my opinion, and my name's on this podcast. So to the 5 of you listening right now, thank you so much. BBLs are nasty. But I do hope you find confidence in it. I don't want to kill your confidence. This is just a Midwest girl's opinion on BBLs. So far, they've popularized BBLs and lip filler. Let's talk about the newest edition that I don't really have much research on. A lot of this is just vibes, the Ozempic era. The gang has recently entered their secretive Ozempic era. All of this is alleged. I don't have any evidence that they took Ozempic, but I'm also never one to comment on people's bodies. But you're telling me a family of women constantly pushing the envelope on the beauty industry isn't going to try the most popular weight loss drug during seemingly the beginning of the skinny renaissance? We knew the cycle would come back with the resurgence of early 2000s 2010 core. We're beefing up compliments towards smaller bodies under the guise of health and wellness. So yes, of course, I think that they've done Ozempic. Whether they say it explicitly and publicly or not, it's unconfirmed. I think they took Ozempic, and you know what? I would take Ozempic too if I had the resources. So no hate. No hate at all. And you actually don't owe us an explanation, but I do deserve to speculate. So those are some examples of the Kardashian-Jenner effect. Let's talk about each member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Each sibling brings something so unique to the table, but they also collaborate at times to profit off of each other. It's capitalism, baby. So I have them all listed out. I'm going to skip a couple people in the family just because they are not relevant for this specific purpose, though they are all quite powerful. So I have Kris Jenner as the mother. I don't have anything for her. I am only focusing on the kids today. Sorry, Kris, you are an icon. Let's talk about Kourtney Kardashian. She is the oldest of the sisters. She's 44 years old, recently married to Travis Barker, and she has 4 kids and 2 stepkids, so 6 kids total. That is a lot of kids. Are you tired, mama? Oh my God. She has a vitamin brand called Lemme. Lemme is a vitamin brand, but it also focuses on health and wellness. It is taking over the health and wellness world. 2 examples of the Lemme vitamins are Lemme Deep Bloat, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is just a gut health supplement, and Lemme Purr. Lemme Purr is interesting, and I think you should go ahead and look it up. The branding of Lemme is unlike Kourtney's normal branding, which might be why we're seeing her have this huge success, which I really don't think has been the case for her since the start of her career. Her personal brand revolves around being clean and organic, which reflects in Lemme. She also runs a website called Poosh, which is a blog, e-commerce website, arguably similar to Miss Gwyneth's Scoop, just different in a way. Different enough to not be copywritten. The next one I have is Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is next in line at 43 years old. She is the ex to Kanye West, ex to Pete Davidson, ex to that one football player that she was married to for 90 days. Miss Kim Kardashian. And y'all were so rude to her during her first pregnancy with North. I have 4 kids, and y'all were so rude to her during her first pregnancy, calling her a whale in that floral dress. I haven't forgotten. And you know what? I haven't forgotten. That was so rude of you. Kim Kardashian is the founder of Skims, KKW Beauty, Skin, Kim Kardashian, Hollywood, iOS game. I need to talk about Kim Kardashian Hollywood because I spent so many hours on that game multiple times on multiple devices. I can't say that I ever spent money on the game, but I was A-list. I was an A-list celebrity every time I re-downloaded the game because I would download it, get A-list, forget about the game, come back. And every time I had to make a new account because it never saved my progress. So what is Kim Kardashian's solution to that? I actually think it's a dead game. I don't think it's operating anymore. Anyway, that's my rant on Kim Kardashian Hollywood. Let me know if you have the similar experience, I guess. So Skims. Skims was launched in 2019. It's a shapewear line initially, but has evolved and grown into dresses and underwear. And honestly, she's just expanding. The brand's colors and color palette leans very neutral, which is perfect for both a shapewear line and Kim K's minimalistic aesthetic. One thing about Kim, she will keep it neutral. And one thing about North, she will roast her for it. North is so savage. I am North's biggest fan. We'll talk about her later, though. Kim Kardashian's Skims brand is marketed around her body and the shape of her body. Have you seen the shape of her body? Mad. It relies heavily on her curves and her chest. Her marketing is low-key genius. I know you saw the Super Bowl ad, and I know you TikTok addicts saw the ad where she's strapped in some sort of like vibrating seat, and it's supposed to show off the bra support and that how the bra or your chest won't move while wearing the bra. Honestly, kind of sold. I'm kind of sold on it. The ads are weird. The ads are strange, truly, but they work. And for that, I simply can't hate you, Kim Kardashian. They can't make me hate you for that. And you might have a new shopper in me, a new customer. Skims has seen massive success since it's launched, but perhaps more success this past year, the year of our Lord, 2023. With social media ever growing and brands trying to weasel their way into brand deals, Skims has been invading my favorite influencer sponsorships on TikTok, on Instagram, on podcasts. I'm just trying to listen to murder. Why is there a Skims ad? Skims also just recently did a collab with Sabrina Carpenter, which is chef's kiss. I love Sabrina Carpenter. The next one for the Kar-Jenners is Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is the third oldest, 39. She has 2 kids and nasty Tristan Thompson. There is no one I want to succeed less than Tristan Thompson. He is probably the catalyst for my I Hate Men agenda. I don't remember when all this happened, but I know the first time that he cheated on her, I was in high school. So that really just got the gears working in my brain to say, oh, someone can cheat on the Kardashians? Trash. And even now that I'm older and the Kardashians don't have as much of a chokehold on me, I still look at Tristan Thompson in his basketball games, and I hope he never makes a basket. I hope he always trips on the floor. I hope he never gets, I don't know, a bonus or a raise in his life. I hope he's only able to provide the bare minimum. I really did not have to come for Tristan Thompson like that. Oh my God. She is the founder of Good American Jeans. It is a size-inclusive, well-fitting jean company whose main focus is to be a brand that spreads body positivity. It started because Khloe herself was a little bit bigger, and she wanted to create a space in a brand that empowered everybody to feel beautiful when they're wearing her product. So next, technically, in the family tree is Rob Kardashian, and he does exist, just not in this particular realm of reality. I'm going to skip over him for now. He does have a really cute baby with Blac Chyna, but we'll actually I'll give you the rundown of their kids in a second. So now we have Kendall Jenner. She is 28, unwed, no kids. Sorry, that doesn't actually mean anything. I just thought it was really funny. It's not, now that I've said it out loud. She is the highest paid supermodel and the internet's most hated pick-me girl. She founded 818 Tequila in 2021. She's seen less success than her sisters have in their brands like KKW and Kylie Cosmetics. This could be due to alcohol not really being an inclusive product, and she's not really tied personally to tequila in the history of tequila. So a white girl from Southern California making tequila doesn't really bode well for a lot of consumers. But it's also just not an inclusive product, like I said. I don't often drink, but when I do, it's not going to be tequila. Tequila makes me want to perhaps die. So bold of her for that, don't you think? But apart from tequila, she's also a supermodel, often criticized for her walk and lack of expertise compared to her lesser paid counterparts. She's walked in shows like Calvin Klein, Victoria's Secret, Chanel, Adidas. She has a resume. You may also remember her from when her Pepsi commercial ended racism. When was that? Like 2014? Solved world peace. She's often portrayed as unbothered and doesn't really give much ammo for people to talk about, which I do think is why people talk about her and dislike her so much. I am indifferent, which I think is the biggest insult, to be indifferent about somebody. You couldn't care whether they lived or died. That is crazy. I might have to keep that in my back pocket for when I would really want to hurt somebody. I don't hate you. I don't like you. I'm just indifferent. Burn. Sick burn, man. And then the youngest of the Kardashians is Kylie. Kylie is 26. Kylie Jenner. Sorry, I didn't mean to just go ahead and first name her like that. Kylie Jenner is 26 and she has 2 kids with Travis Scott. Though she's currently dating Willy Wonka, which is actually so crazy, first of all. And before we stop talking about her dating life, I just want to talk about how Tyga was a weirdo, and I need to vocalize that. Why was he in his late 20s? Nope. Early to mid 20s. Dating Kylie at 17. You're telling me that's not... I knew that was weird when it was happening. That's weird. I just need to vocalize that. We talked about Kylie Cosmetics up top. And during the beginning, she launched Kylie Cosmetics in 2015. Kylie Cosmetics is how she capitalized on the conversations being had about her lips. Fair enough. Get your bag. She struck a chord with her Gen Z audience, which is why I think she will soon become the most powerful of the Kardashian-Jenner crew. But that might be just a bias from me, and that's fair. I'll take that. But she's one of the more relatable ones. She's very open and honest about what she's had done, I don't know. She seems cool. I think I want to be her friend, and that's why I'm speaking so highly of her, which is fair. Fine, whatever. I'd like to be friends with a billionaire. Wouldn't you? So those are the Kardashian-Jenners. I do have just a short segment on the future of the Kar-Jenner legacy, just talking about their kids. None of this is based in research. It's fully just vibes. But if you would allow me 2 minutes to talk about the kids, I would really appreciate that. And I think they're going to exploit that. I think they're going to exploit that and give her a space in the modeling industry, deserved or not. So next, I'd like to talk about the future of the Kar-Jenner legacy. I don't actually know much about the children of the Kardashians. I know what I've seen on TikTok, and I know what I've seen on the show. I've not seeked any other information out. This is fully based on vibes. So I'm going to move down the list of the children. I have them all typed out. And if I know something about them, or if I have something I want to say, I'll say it. But they're also less than 13 years old, so I won't say much. Or no, I think Mason's like 16, but I could be lying there. Mason Disick. The only thing I know about him is that he leaked some Kardashian spoilers on Instagram, and he wasn't allowed to have an Instagram anymore. I don't know if that's still the case, but he got his Instagram revoked for leaking some Kardashian secrets. Penelope Disick, I'm gonna rope her in with Northwest. They are leading the charge on TikTok for their family, gaining millions and millions of views, millions and millions of followers, intentionally or not. I think these girls are going to be the Kim and Kourtney of their generation. They are promoting their family's products and lifestyles so seamlessly. Granted, they're like 10, so let's not speak too soon, but I seriously think they could secure the spot, the Kardashian-Jenner spot in the younger generation's minds. I think they have a lot going for them. I don't know much about Penelope at all. Rain, I don't know anything about him. Rocky 13 Barker. I'm sorry. What? I have no comment. That name is just actually so ridiculous. That was the baby that Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker had last year. Crazy name. Northwest. Northwest is my favorite. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. I hope she has all of the success in the world. She is so fun, so fresh. In the Kardashian episode, she's probably the kid that we see the most, and I'm rooting for her. I want nothing but good things to happen to her. Saint West, I didn't know what he looks like until doing this podcast research. He looks like he's never seen a bad day in his entire life. He's so smiley and so stinking cute. He's also always dressed. And by that I mean he has good fashion for what, like a 5-year-old? How old is that man? I don't know. He's also, I keep forgetting that these are Kanye West kids too. So some of these are going to be musically inclined. Some of them are going to be fashionably inclined. Chicago West. She is so adorable. I've only ever seen her in Northwest TikToks. I've never even seen her on the show. So I know nothing about this child. What is she, like 6? She's going to be an it girl. She looks so kind and so pretty, which is assumptions. That's fine. But I'm rooting for her. Psalm West, I didn't even know existed until doing this research. True and Tatum Thompson make my heart sad because why do they have the same last name as their dad? Chloe, you've been through so much. Dream is Blac Chyna's and Rob Kardashian's child. I don't know much about Rob Kardashian at all. So to say that I know anything about their child, crazy. I think I've seen that child on a couple episodes. She's adorable. Stormi and Air. Stormi, I've seen on the show. She seems so kind and so well-mannered. Based on the 3-second clips that I see on the show, yeah, I'm going to stand by that statement. And then Air was just born, so I know nothing about that man. Well, what have we learned today? The Kardashian-Jenner clan has dipped their hands in everything. Vitamins, alcohol, having children to live on their legacy. There's no getting rid of their influence and the chokehold that they have on trend cycles, past, present, and future, the chokehold that they have on society, the chokehold that they have on me. The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder, keeping those kids booked and busy. I did see one singular TikTok rumor. Clan is secretly poor, and that is so fun to think about, but I do genuinely think it's a little too far-fetched at this point into, I don't know, capitalism. But maybe they're struggling like the rest of us. That'd be nice to think about. But yeah, that is the Kardashian-Jenner clan, the influence that they've had on society and the beauty standard, and why have they gained the public trust to do so? And for that, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope to see you back next week. Whatever you feel like doing, really. If you'd like to keep up with us, I'll have our Linktree link in the show notes. That'll have the link to the podcast Instagram at Magnifique Pod. It'll have my link to my Instagram, Gabrielle Forshee. It'll have links to our TikTok, our Pinterest, everything. So I hope to see you there. I hope you choose to like and follow the podcast. Please give it a 5-star rating if that is not too much trouble to ask. And just send this link to 5 of your friends, unprompted, no explanation, just the link. I'd appreciate that. And until next time, bye. Thank you.